It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Texans and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off, and opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. Like there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in. It's how well their defense have done at controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about
It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Jones throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by Kirk Cousins, former Michigan State product, who's now in his 11th NFL season.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave. The Raiders in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Cousins. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And you figure this should be... Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 2nd and 9, Jones. He's got Slayton on the slant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cousins. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with 4th down and 1. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here on target to Hurst. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Jones. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans back out there and ready to go. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Forced out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Texans first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. To try again after the sack. Cousins. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through.
Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Jones. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run. was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Second down. Here's Mostert again. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up in the Mile High City, an AFC matchup between New York and Denver. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. Ken Walker with a touchdown run. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And that one is at halftime as they've got the lead over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Deshaun Watson having as hot a start as you can. 4 first-half touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Jamison Williams, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments. A first down throw for Cousins. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. First down. Here's Cousins. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Cousins a handoff. This is P. Ryan. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. To throw, Cousins. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
a 7-yard pickup.
They'll run the draw with Mostert. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. So
from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The 15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Touchdown Raiders. Randall Cobb. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lewis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To the air again, it's Cousins.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game after that last field.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Jones throw taken in by Adams.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To Mixon on the check down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Cousins now. This is Cobb with a catch right side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
A slant to Jones.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Here's Mostert, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson.
So now the Texans down by 7. 1:16 remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
To throw is Jones. Gets this to Waller.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
Here's Jones. Connecting with Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Jones. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones. Dancing to his left.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now Jones.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered a loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Las Vegas, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.